have you ever realized that my upcoming show, which was a really Wild Ammo spin-off, has some references from the has references taken from the Wild Thornberrys. My the title will be the series name will be Wilderness Spins and Wilderness Spins Animal World, or should I say Wilderness Spins Wonderfully Wild Adventures. It shows about it's about Spin, his best friend Orb, from from Amazing Planet, also from National Geographic, and and I think it's going to feature a nomadic family who travel the world in an RV, or or not. You decide. You decide if it's going to be if it's going to if I'm going to add it, or it will be scrapped off. Well, which one? And also his pet capuchin, Binx, named after the monkey actor, for the capuchin monkey, Binx the capuchin monkey, named after the same monkey actor from George of the Jungle, not the 1967 Rocky and Bullwinkle television series, but the you know the 1997 Disney movie. Mm-hmm. It's either gonna be a nomadic family, or either either put the family in the series or make it scrapped off. Which one do you choose? Oh, he is often slightly often wearing a pith helmet, uh, which was the same design from the really wild animals. No, not the the cell animated animation studio, Click 3 times from New York City. The cell animated one, the one with the green band, the one with the green bands on it, on his ad, and he explores the wonders of nature, or meets encounters some wild and exotic animals, and he goes on daring adventures and searches for artifacts. And it's like Indiana Jones, but mixed with the wild Thornberrys. But takes no. It's like Indiana Jones, but takes spin. Uh, uh, but takes spin, not to scale. But takes spin as the main character, and the references should be like the Wild Thornberrys. Example like when he talks to animals, he speaks fluent animal, blah 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 blah. The guys in his fans in his point of view, he talks to animal and he responds back in anguish. In English. Sorry. Pardon my pardon my pardon my VHS rating. pardon my pardon my VHS rating. The reason why I did my raspberries is The reason I did my those raspberries are when I get an error, for example, I want to get an HIV test on the hub. Freddie Mercury. There are two companions, much like Spin and Orb will be best companions, just like Eliza and Darwin from the Wild Thornberrys. The Wild Thornberrys. Spin has the power to talk to animals. From witch doctor or something. That's because Spin has a skull and a fractured skull, and this and a suitable for work ashtray stimulates certain unused neurons in his brain, making him understand the language and making understand animal language. For example, I'm gonna tell you. First jackal. The jackal's Spin. What you doing? The animal. Blah 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 blah. Maybe in English. Shh. Honda lot up up. Nick. Hey, come to my house. They also made a family called the the Wilkinsons, which featured the same character roles for the Wild Thornberrys. Two children or three. One one brother, either one brother, two, one sister, three, one brother, one sister. Husband or a husband and wife, husband film Spin, mom does the additionals or extras like that of editing film from either a computer or a Moviola, which was like a projector, but you can edit film here. A feral boy, much like Donnie from the Wild Thornberrys. And Binx, the Capuchin, he is a movie star for 20th Century Fox. The child, two children, either one child, one school age child, or one school age child, or one teenage, one school age child and one teenager, who is influenced by MTV and something. Have you ever realized that people are still having help? Let's stop the animal cruelty. We have to avoid animal cruelty. We have to avoid animal cruelty. And we have to stop putting explosions in our videos because everyone could relate to the frightening and intense scenes. Classic technology turns into modern technology. Have you ever realized? Computer break. I'm up to Fresno, California. I'm back, kids. The family, or just Spin and Orb and Binx, go on during, go on go to travel across the globe to and go to probably some exotic places around the world. And I'm gonna tell you a secret. I think they're, I think they're even going to non-exotic places in the world. Okay, open your mind. Okay, examples include one example will include Africa, much like just like the wild thornberries. The majority of the majority of this series takes place the 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 half of the majority of the series half of the series uh, half the series was took place in Africa. Yeah, Africa is the best. Okay, I'm gonna put the episode list on for JJ Monster Day. What? What did you wrote? I mean, what did you write? How? It's really wild animals, but the references are wildcats and the wild thornberries. You know, the wild thornberries premiered a solid. Wait a minute. The wild thornberries premiered. Whoops. Wait a minute. Have some ring pop. Oh, okay, I gotta wash my hands. My lips are stained from the push pop my teacher bought. Yes, it's just a candy. Uh, my favorite character of the Wild Thornberrys is Donnie, because he acts very crazy and wild. I hope in Wilderness Spin. I hope in Wilderness Spin. Uh, they're gonna show. They're gonna. I'm gonna. They're gonna show Donnie. Donnie. The feral child, name unknown, acting crazy and stuff. It's gonna be fun. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How? It's just it's inspired by Nigel the Wild Thornberry the 1990 the Fox animation the Wild Thornberry's Fox animation pilot from 1995 is Nigel Thornberry's Animal World, in which Nigel was the main character and he can talk to animals. But it's no secret. Yes, it is. I'm going outside because eating outside is my favorite pastime. Gotta put my headphones. Wait a minute. I have to talk about more about Nigel Thornberry's Animal World. Nigel Thornberry's Animal World, Nigel has a prototype has a pet chip named Bobo. I think he's a movie star. He's it will later become Darwin in 4 years later when the series premiered in Nickelodeon. Did you know the Wild Thornberrys was produced by Klasky Chupo, who did several Nickelodeon shows, such as besides the Wild Thornberrys, such as the Rugrats, ah, Real Monsters, and Rocket Power. Also, as told by Ginger. Not back to Nigel Thornberry's Animal World, the 1995 pilot to the Wild Thornberrys. Yeah, it had references on the. It had references to. It had references from the Wild. Wilderness Spin has some references from the Wild Thornberrys. Uh, the feral kid was found. Was the parents or even Spin found the young tw- the young guy the young Mitch the young babe the young guy the feral child being raised by dingoes, being stolen by dingoes when he was just a baby or toddler or whatever. A baby ate by dingo. Gazoo type. Each episode contains Klasky Chupo. According to the Nick Splat, I wonder if the Wild Thornberrys should go around the world in 80 days or something. I just found out the Wild Thornberrys are going to have gone to some of the exotic places on Earth, such as Alaska, Hawaii, and the Galapagos Islands. But that's but that's not all. Peru, New Zealand, Namibia, Scotland. Also, India, Brazil, China, Mexico, Australia, Peru. Also, also, and that ain't all. India, Brazil, Finland, Peru, Mexico. That's not all. That ain't all. Uh, that ain't all. India, Brazil, Finland, China, Mexico, Australia, and Antarctica. Just to name a few. Just to name a few. Okay. Enough talk of the wild Thornberrys. So let's go back. Like, uh, the Wilkinsons and Spin go on adventures in an RV, probably to the majority will be spending the times in sub-Saharan Africa or sub-Saharan Africa or the Amazon, whatever. Just in case. Talk dirty to me. I think it's going to rain. I feel it sprinkling. It's a dark, stormy night. It's a cold, freezing night. Orb or any something character, the headquarter, blah blah blah, the whatever or something, will use the computer will use stock foot for the information about ammo's stock footage. The stock footage will include the computer will show up several. First day I'll go waltzing to the zoo. Oh, Freddie Mercury, eh? Will show up some stock footage of animals either from the National Film Library or some 1990s stock footage library, which which has the majority of the footage being shot on 35 millimeter, 16 or 35 millimeter film. Okay, the stock footage was either a mix of some production companies, stock footage companies that are use stock footage from the 80s and 90s, nature documentaries from National Geographic, BBC, Discovery Channel, just to name a few. And also some contemporary stock footage from the 1990s. Stock footage company from the 1990s include Imaginex. Mom, it's in 2024. In 2024 on the set in June, on July 2024. I'm gonna use all my. I'm gonna do some contact with Jonathan Klein, the CEO of Getty Images.
Not July. Well, Daddy might help you to call him, but we will not go see him.
Our trip is planned for October.
Yeah. When do you want to call Jonathan?
We wouldn't call until we're getting ready to go on the trip. But as we get prepared, we'll need to call to make sure that it's worth our while to go that people will
September
have
or
time to see it.
October 2024?
Say that again?
Are we gonna call? What
Your-
day
your
are we?
fingers
What
are
day
coming
in
out.
2024 are we going to call?
We'll see about calling, about trying to make an appointment
October,
with him.
September or October?
Probably September. We'll try to call in September.
Okay, I'm getting ready for my college years. Am I driving? Am I upcoming driving lesson?
What was ask your question again?
I'm back in my. I'm going to be preparing for my college years. Am I upcoming driving lesson?
Well, there's a lot of things that need to happen before you can start your driving lesson. So,
See you, kids. Man, I hate my life. Like or unlike really wild animals, the show uses fake TV commercials, stuff like that. And like really wild animals, they use archive stock footage from the 1900s to the 1960s or 70s. Also contemporary footage. Wait a minute. Much like really wild animals, they use archive footage just for laughs. Just for laughs. Play for the archive footage will archive films. The archive footage will be like were are from 1910s to 1960s or 70s. Contemporary footage, classic contemporary footage, is 1980s to 1990s or early 2000s. Much Imaginex Film Vault is my destined job. Is my destined company name. I had to go talk to my parents again. Mom, Dad.
yes, sir.
Oh. There's a future. There's a company I'm going. There's a future company I'm going to create. It's called Future Film. And it's bringing the bringing the old bringing the bringing photo and film back, bringing the classic kind of 1980s and 1990s film back to modern times.
Cool. What's the name of the company?
Future Film.
Future Film?
Produces still cameras, film cameras, moviolas, projectors, whatever,
Sounds cool.
etc. Okay, I'm back outside. There's some during moments for spin, such as example quote, e.g., i.e., such as running away from a boulder in a central or in a temple in the Amazon or Central America, whatever, or swinging on a crocodile or piranha infested vine. Press it. Okay, dinner time. Okay. So the daring things you'll do is much like Indiana Jones, such as the famous scene where he runs from he runs away from a giant boulder in a temple, much like Mesoamerica, South Meso pre-Columbian good temple, where in Mexico or Brazil or something, blah blah blah. This show is fictional, but it's mixed with reality, much like the real world. And for you, including and I'm including Jack the object thingy, It's about how I got these ideas from myself. I just. What are you thinking? I'm just. For the Wild Thornberrys, there's an episode where an elephant, where these guys, Eliza and Darwin, found a baby elephant who was missing her mother, and there's a iron what is it? It's Iron Curtain. No, not like not like the not like Eastern Europe in the Cold War, but it took place in Tanzania. Donnie runs wild across the African plains. It was mistaken by some man ape or something. Uh, his predict his predicted future will be the predicted their predicament is going to capture Donnie and ship it and send him off to a university and to the university as the missing link. Ma- Missing link. Then I was daydreaming about Donnie Thornberry and the 1988 film Missing Link, directed by Carol and David Hughes, who also did some documentaries of National Geographic. Okay, Spin and his friend Orb. Spin is like Jock Pine. I'm sorry, what is it? It's Mark Trail. He's like Mark Trail. Spin will give you will teach the children between the ages of 6 and 11 or older about the amazing facts of animal life and whatever. The information that was so great. My mind is about to explode. Okay, in 2 years, we're going to Seattle, Washington. In 3 years, we're going to Seattle, Washington for my birthday vacation. My 19th birthday vacation. Okay. Spin. Imagine really wild animals, but without the archive footage everyone can relate to. The classic black and white shot film clips from old movies, archive films, whatever. Everyone will go hungry for archive for these black and white clips someone relate to. But the classic contemporary colored 1990s or 1980s/1990s clips that everyone can relate to at home. Dad, is there something wrong? Maybe it's the maybe it's the nuclear holocaust. Never again. Hi, Beatles. Dad. Oh, and now it's time to watch the. And now it's time for Franklin D. Roosevelt. FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 30 something president of the United States of America. I do remember the 35 president of the United States, John F. Kennedy, at elementary school. He said, "We chose to." Okay, now talk. It focuses on animals, and he collects artifacts that which he collected in somewhere in treasure chest or RV inside the family's broken down RV. Spin came from New York to the United Kingdom. Uh, Spin came. He studied both. He, Spin he got a master's degree both in the U.S. and the U.K. much like Columbia University or Harvard University or Columbia University in New York and Oxford and London. Am I serious? So, Wilderness Spin is. Look, it's 30 minutes long. 32. Yeah, he wears a pith helmet all the time. Also, he can summon or imitate the animals by his voice or by sound effects. Every time he imitates an animal, every time he was in deep trouble, he summons the animal or speaks to him in his own voice, and the animal came up and said, what the and said, blah, 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 blah. And the spin, he, wait. Never mind, we go to the next one. He spin, where's the dynamite? Can you find me the dynamite? I'm gonna get the last graham cracker. Hey, can I have one? Can I have one?
Right. One what? Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Is there a thing else? Asking you open. Oh, no.
Okay.
Eat it outside so you
Japanese Sentai. A cracker. Very, very, a cracker. Very, very good. Much like Donnie Thornberry. Spin does some cartoon reference. Spin's character is is half wackier than any cartoon character in the 1940s or 50s or in the mid to late 20th century. The Wild Take, the Wild Take is whatever, somewhat kind of fictional or something. Whenever he sees a bird-eating spider, he does a Wild Take. Example quote. He's an example. That's an example. And I will never include this special that when Spin is mistakenly raised by jaguars. That's a mistake I made in my whole entire life. Some kind of fool. Idea. That one when he is afraid. Spin has a severe, moderate fear of snakes. When he sees a snake, he gets scared. He hates snakes. Including that scene where where a, where the guy on the plane was holding a snake, Reggie. Happy Old Year. Wait, it's not even New Year. Go in the shower in about a few minutes. Yeah, Spin, the feral kid will, make, weird noises, communicate with weird noises or animal sounds or complete gibberish or crazy gibberish that even he or the others could understand. the bad guys will, the villains will feature, we're separated into two categories. One, the poachers, and two, the supporting film crew. The bad guys, wait a minute, this is for kids, it's rated TVY7. Are they gonna show guns? Are they gonna show violence? Are they gonna show carnage? Or are they gonna... Perfect. Every time Spin or the family will, Spin and his friends will defeat the bad guys. They win. They win. The bad guys, the villains lose. The villains win. The guys win. The villains lose. And so, okay. I heard my dad calling. Okay, we can talk to everything about Wilderness Spin later. See ya.